indoob podcast.
Hey, what's going on? This is a what I'm calling the after show of the live podcast, the really live podcast, as I'm calling it. I wanted to just maybe address a couple questions or things or thoughts that I had after this 85th episode of the podcast, which was live. I did it, held it at my church, and streamed it live as well as was in front of a live audience. The audience was actually pretty small, but I am grateful for the people that were there. So I'm really happy that, the people that came out, that they were there supporting me, because I wanted to have that feel of a live audience, and I really wanted to feel that instant feedback that you don't normally get when you do a podcast, and then you put it out, and then maybe it's a week or so later, and then that's when you actually hear like, oh yeah, that thing you said, that was pretty funny. It was fun to actually hear that in real time, so I know kind of like, it's like, oh, okay, it's, that was comedy that we did there. Awesome. But I also wanted to find a place where I could invite some of my mentors, such as Neil and Jerry. They both kind of, in their own way, showing me the ropes of how it works in the radio business, since I've been working with them for like the last 2 years now. So I really wanted to showcase them, especially have Neil on, because I don't think people could understand like the realness of Neil's voice. It's a real radio voice. So that was pretty awesome. But as for how I'm feeling or how I felt after the show was over, it was relieved. Relieved. Words are hard. You know what? I didn't say any of my catchphrases, like, the things that are printed on t-shirts and such, but words are hard sometimes. I was relieved when the show was over. I mean, I was grateful, I was happy, I was excited. I was nervous all the way up until we started. And in fact, it was already 8:05, which I actually determined between Courtney and myself that we're going to start at 8:05 rather than 8 o'clock on the dot. And I didn't think about it so much after the show was over that what Lorne Michaels had once told Tina Fey is like, we do the show, Saturday Night Live, at 11:35, not because the show is ready, but because it's 11:35 and it's time to go on. So regardless if we were ready or not, cameras were rolling. I had to have Charlie up there, which I don't think you could hear, but I did learn a lot of things in the process, things I could fix, such as maybe adding more promotion. Like, I don't think you could probably promote something like this enough to get enough people either excited or involved in what you're doing. So that's something I'm definitely going to be working on more for the next one. And yes, I do plan on doing a next one or another one. It could be before the proposed date, which I'm thinking of. The 100th episode is going to be in May, so I'm thinking doing it then. And I've got more than enough time to prepare, but, it's just a thought. So that's just one of many things that I've been thinking about since. And but I'm really just thankful. I'm thankful for my parents, their support, their ongoing, unwavering support throughout the whole process. And they took great joy and pleasure and pride in watching me up on stage. Because I'm pretty sure there's a time back, let's say, 25 years ago, back when I had to do recitations at church for Easter and Christmas, and I only had like 4 lines. And I was only up there for maybe like 30 seconds, but even was still freaking out about saying that. And here I'm up there a whole hour and a half, just putting on a whole show. So it was a huge accomplishment for me, and I'm pretty sure for them watching me do this. And I just appreciate and thank them for giving me that opportunity and that time and that talent to do that. I also thank Courtney, a huge, humongous, just a whole lot of bunch, because she's been there to support me from the beginning. And just kind of helping me flesh out ideas, and even afterwards, like the whole, let's just say aftercare, basically. And even hours before I'm even recording this video here, she's just really been like a true friend, and I really am appreciative, and I thank God for her for just all of that. Definitely, I want to give a warm, hearty shout out and thank you to Portia, Michelle, Vilissa, and Magdalena. I'm probably forgetting a couple people, and I apologize, but those people in particular also gave me just words of wisdom and encouragement. Charles Smith as well, who was actually in the audience before I even started, just continuing to encourage me, and the words that he said that just really helped me. Like, okay, put this in perspective. So that was really great. But yeah, I'm hoping to do more live shows, and definitely going to promote more and just continue working on the podcast proper, as I call it. I'm just going to keep doing it. And why do I do it? It's because I enjoy doing it. It was actually very fun. I enjoy entertaining people. And this is one of those ways that I feel best at entertaining people and just giving them an escape, giving them something different, something positive, and hopefully making them laugh, maybe even think, or maybe, teaching them something a little bit. But it was definitely fun. The only thing I forgot to do was just take some group of papers and then just chalk them on the desk or something. But hey, it's always next time. And, we'll see what happens next time. But it was a lot of fun. And I thank you for those that watched live. I thank you for those that were in the audience. I'm hoping to see you guys next time when I do it. And, continue to give me your suggestions, your Ask Indoob questions. And just, thank you for listening and supporting, whether that's buying stuff on the store or just being a patron on Patreon. And I just thank you so much. And just keep listening. And, I'll see you later.